Ken Voxer?
It is.
Oh, thank you.
It is. I think Audra posted it yesterday.
I'll check it. I'll check.
It's on there.
Awesome. So that's a good way to start wins and wows. You guys had an awesome call yesterday, and did you have some good follow-up from that?
Jill, did you have any follow-up from that? I had one.
Well, I would have, but I dipped my phone in water, so I've been having it went for a bath yesterday, so yeah. I'll be working on that this week.
Yes, and this is Tracy. I got a couple orders out of that, so yeah.
Woohoo.
And then it's just a great opportunity to share and do other follow-ups, and it's awesome. Everyone should really take advantage of it and get it out to your people. It's great. And Audra and Jill were amazing.
So it was a lot of fun.
Did you mostly share it with existing customers or with new people?
Both.
Cool. That's awesome.
I did new.
I did
had a
new
new.
also.
But and actually it was my second cousin that ordered. She'd been a customer before, but it was listening to Jill and Audra that really got her excited to do it again and to see the different things that you can make with a complete. So it just kind of got her just kick-started again. And it's been several years. So it was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Who else has a fun win for the week you want to share? Carol?
I put this out there on Voxer. I signed up for A-Team and I've never done that. That was a big deal for me. I signed up today. So all of you really pushed me and inspired me to like give it a go. I sure as heck don't want to pay $5.99. So I was like, oh my gosh, if this is the last opportunity to pay $99, I'm in. So
awesome.
my
I'm
gosh.
glad you're in. We have 10 people on our team that are gonna be on this A team. So thanks to Reagan for making that happen for us to keep it at 99.
That's awesome. I think Erica and I are going to do that. So that is like even more inspiration, Jill. Thank you.
Can I share something also, Ellen?
Yeah.
Hi, guys. So I have, it's not like a major win, but it was a win for me, which was I followed up with those 2 people I told you guys about with the Tower Garden that were interested. And they didn't say no. They just said, not right now. And I said, can I send you pictures of my seedlings? You know, I'm doing a new planting. And they were like, yeah, please do. And, you know, please follow up with me. And I asked them for a specific date of when to follow up with them. And so I put that in my calendar. And for me, that was a win because I didn't just like let it go. And I didn't not ask for a date to follow up with them. And so that was a good thing for me.
That's awesome. That's
So
awesome.
when do we have, when does the time run out to sign up for A-Team?
Until it's full.
Oh,
Yeah, he said it's open until it's full.
Okay.
where do you sign up?
Vicki, I went to our team Healthy Bodies Facebook page
Okay.
and I just found Todd Falcone A-Team. You might scroll down a little bit. I found it on there.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome. Jill, you want to
You're welcome.
reshare that in the group, that post? If maybe you can go in there and reshare it in the group and just say, hey, I signed up. Who's coming with me? That's
Sure.
awesome.
I'll do that.
Okay, who can tell me, I want to do a quick reminder. Who can tell me when conference is Juice Plus Virtual Live?
April 15th.
15?
All right, awesome. April 15th through the 17th. And I love it because they gave us some good details in Juice Plus Insights last week. So you've got some details as to what that's going to look like. So you kind of know, you know, with virtual, I think it's tricky because you're home around all of your distractions as much as we love them. So we don't get to get away and be like all in conference. So look at that and kind of plan your time accordingly so you can really take advantage of it. Because I know they're going to be rolling out some great
Hey,
stuff.
Ellen.
Yeah.
Ellen, I love going live to conference, but I have really enjoyed the virtual conferences because I can tune in focus in on something and then turn it off, walk away, go to bed, do whatever I want to do, and then come back and watch another one instead of, so for me, it's been great. So don't discount anyone that it's virtual rather than live. It's still a terrific experience, I think.
I would say
Oh,
the same thing. I totally agree. It's actually been quite convenient. I mean, we miss seeing one another, physically seeing one another. But man, the convenience of it, it's hard to beat. Yeah.
And I know
What's
for
the
me, I
cost?
used to take a ton of pictures and now I can just do a print screen on my computer, and then I've got a good quality copy of the photo that I wanted or the slide that they're presenting.
Right. That's awesome. Good. And who's excited about our new global CEO on International Women's Day? Ms. Stuart Kronagi, who is like just a total butt kicker from the corporate world, but brings that mission, and I think is going to be awesome for the Juice Plus company. Have you guys all read up about her? Awesome. Okay. Just great things are happening to inspire all of us. So any other wins and wows before we start tonight's training?
I have a win, Ellen.
Awesome. Let's hear it.
My win is two things. I signed up for A-Team last quarter, or however they do it. Obviously, I broke my right arm and kind of got derailed a little bit. And Reagan encouraged me to just reach out and ask for what I needed, which was I needed them to let me use it for this next quarter, so that I didn't waste that money or have to spend it again. And they said yes, which is a win and a good reminder that sometimes we just have to ask for what we need. And my second win, which seems silly, but like it's a win for me, I get to come out and see Ellen and the local crew. I'm leaving and coming out Thursday, so that's super fun. That's what I have.
Yes. Which leads to my final announcement. Stay tuned for location and details on Saturday. We will have a get together either at my house or Richard and Reagan's or someplace local, so everybody can see Erica and get together. If you feel comfortable coming out, mask, no mask, but it'll be really fun. So I'm looking forward to that. Okay, well, I want to get started with tonight's message because we're just going to go through a quick start, okay? And we just want to talk about this a lot because the more we talk about it and the more we do it, the more easy that it gets. There's so much value in that repetition. I am going to share, am I going to share my screen? Where did it go? Hold on a second. Oh, my goodness. I tell you what, technology. Okay, here we go. It is up there. There we go. All right, we are going to start getting started. Before I start, where am I? Has everybody been on this website?
Is this the new one? No, Freedom Revolution.
Freedom Revolution.
Yeah, and there's a link right from your virtual office to the Freedom Revolution. So someone's asking a question. Oh, okay. Thanks, Jen. Maybe we'll have a progressive dinner. So, except for it's going to snow 2 feet. Where we are is the Freedom Revolution. Okay, this is home base for your new distributor. And I want you to come here with them. Part of what I believe is a really successful quick start and a good start is not hand-holding, but really empowering and just coming alongside your new rep and doing it with them. So if you go right to getting started, you obviously want to go to United States unless your distributor's in Canada. If they're in Canada, there's a page for that, okay? But you're gonna go to getting started and you're gonna click on United States. And I was already there, but there's a couple of different worksheets we're going to look at tonight, and they're right here. There's like a video they can watch. I think a lot of the videos on here are superfluous. They need to hear your story and they need to start telling you their story, because the more that they're speaking their story to you, the more real that it becomes and the more they're empowered to go tell it to other distributors. So what I want to start with my new rep is I want to start with this quick start worksheet. Okay, right here, download quick start worksheet. I am here with my new distributor, whether we're in person or on Zoom. Okay, so I want to go to the top of this. All right, shiny, happy Juice Plus people getting started on their journey, right? So, you know, talk a little bit about why some other people that you know in Juice Plus love their business. So give them some examples and some stories to anchor themselves to. You never know how, and this is not an opportunity to say, oh, you know, my friend got up out of her wheelchair and walked because of Juice Plus. Of course, we don't want to do that. So we need to be careful with testimonials, but why are people sharing? And talk about some of those people that inspire you, because they're coming into something that's bigger than you. It's even bigger than our team. We're global. So talk through some of this and find out which one of these resonates most with you. You know, is it, you know, if I'm talking to, you know, if I'm talking to somebody who is a retired teacher, she's not thinking about being a stay-at-home parent. She's already done that part of life, but she might be interested in getting paid to share her story and connect with people in a real way because she's been doing that her entire career. All right, so think about how you can draw parallels between people, because that's really the beginning of casting vision for them, seeing themselves for really how capable they are. Now, I love this. I've always thought that this is so important. Get started with your first few customers. If you'll just come alongside your new rep and help them get their first few customers and then kind of set them loose, you guys, it's not any different than when we take a kid out with the training wheels, right? And then we take those wheels off and we hold that bike and then all of a sudden they go by themselves. So talk to them. Do you have 2 or 3 people who might be willing to try Juice Plus simply to support you? Okay. This is also a great qualifying question if you haven't already qualified somebody, because if people start telling you problems here, you have somebody that is maybe going to be stuck moving forward. So you want to get them talking about who will support you. Is it your mom, your dad, your sister, your best friend, all of that kind of thing? Okay. And then let's talk about who else needs Juice Plus. Okay. Get them making a list. So often I find people are limiting themselves when they're new. Excuse me. They're limiting themselves to, oh, I know 20 people. You know what? Go on their Facebook page and see how many friends they have, and then remind them that they actually know 600 people, 700 people, 1,000 people that they have access to, that, you know, they can start to talk to. This worksheet gives them verbiage. Okay. They can make it their own. They can copy it verbatim. Hold on. Let me get a drink of water. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. I think I'm having a little bit of allergies. Okay, so this gives people some prompts. I have so often sat down with a new distributor and sat there with them while they talk on the phone to somebody or send a message. And I think in this day and age, it's really powerful to pick up the phone. It's really more courageous to pick up the phone. But, you know, I texted a friend tonight and I want to ask her to join my team. And I just said, you know, I actually invited her to our call and she's in class. And I said, well, can we have a serious conversation about you joining our mission? I'm so sorry. Okay, let's keep going. So this is where you can start sharing tools. You don't need to overwhelm your distributor with 70 tools. They need like 2 videos. Okay, A or B. And then teach them to follow up. And if I could tattoo this on every person on my team, I would. That's what we're really doing, Erica, this weekend. I would tattoo on your arm, the fortune is in the follow-up. Okay. You will follow up, teacher people, they will follow up multiple times, and that they also want to give people a call to action. Are you ready to get started? Sounds like this could work for you. Would you like to get started? I can help you get set up. And, you know, this is the time to invite them to a three-way call. Would you like to meet my friend, you know, Ellen, who introduced me to Juice Plus? She's a very dry throat, but she's lovely. I tell you what. All right. So after you get through that, and you've literally done that with them, they have reached out to some people. Bring them back to this good old Stairway to Heaven compensation plan and start casting some more vision with them. Okay. I think that there's this wonderful art between doing, checking in, looking at what worked, casting a little vision, and getting back into activity. Okay, so there's 5 ways to create income. All right, I love this because most jobs have what? 1 salary. Who works for 1 salary somewhere? Anybody? Anybody? Okay, right? So with Juice Plus, you can get title rewards. Every time you advance up the marketing plan, there's a title reward for that. My goodness, look at all the title rewards available. Let's just say that by the end of 2021, you made it to qualifying senior sales coordinator. How much is that in potential title reward money? Anybody doing the math?
What's right there, isn't it? $300 to $400 a month.
Well, no, look at those title rewards at the top. So you're getting $100 for Partner Plus, $400 for QSC, $700 for Sales Coordinator, $1,000 for Qualifying Senior Sales Coordinator. It's over $2,000 in pocket. Think about what $2,000 would do and ask them that question. Okay. So you guys, that's pretty sweet money that we offer for what it takes to do this. Okay, also there's benefits and incentives, there's bonuses. What's really important for you to teach for the first 2 steps is commissions and sales profits, okay? So just show them how they can layer their income as they work their way up the marketing plan, and we all get to do it at our own pace. Okay, pricing and earnings guide. When we did, what did we do? Oh, the Price is Right. That was one of our really fun team calls. When we did the Price is Right, I made the suggestion of throw this in a laminate sleeve and carry it everywhere with you. Have it on your desktop, have it on the bulletin board. Teach your new distributor the same thing. They don't have to know all the pricing right off the bat, but as long as they have this handy guide, they're going to learn it as they go. Okay. And so they can see that the product volume and the pricing is the same. There's a monthly installment price for everything. And right off the bat, when they pay their $52, they get the sales profit on every order they sell. So they pay their $52 today. They place their own, let's say they place their own trio order, and they put one in for those 2 best friends that are going to support them no matter what they do. They just made $90 in retail sales profit. Okay. So they covered their $52 and they probably got pretty darn close to step 2, which we're going to get to in a second. Okay. Anybody have anything that they want to add? Any tips, pro tips? Okay. Some of you who have been starting lots of new people. Okay. Again, step into possibilities. We're not even going to talk about QSC tonight. And you know what? Take a little bit of pressure off your new rep and just say, hey, for right now, we're just going to focus on the next step right in front of us. How do you receive 10% sales profit on your earnings? Okay, it's all spelled out here. We could see it before in this pricing and earning guide. We're also going to work right away on getting you to Partner Plus, because I want you to get that $50 or that $100 Express Track title reward. I would like to see you make a little more money off that trio, a little more money off that quad or that tower garden when you sell it. So just, again, this is another way of explaining it. And this is that time when people have different personalities. They have different ways that they learn. You're talking with your distributor through that, okay? And this is valuable time spent because what you're teaching them, they can go duplicate. Okay, I love this. They give you sponsor talking points. Are you new here? That's okay. Here's your talking points. All right, guys, this doesn't have to be too hard. So, you know, we want to get to know what motivates that new prospect. This is where, you know, I can talk about, hey, I was motivated as a new stay-at-home mom to make a little bit of money at home, right? Now, if you meet my friend Reagan, she can talk about how she was really motivated to be on a mission. She didn't really need the income at the time. Now, she can also talk about later down the road, she was pretty glad that income was there when they went through some, you know, ups and downs in life like we all do. And I think that as women, it's a really empowering conversation to have with other women about what's your plan B, just in case, you know, just in case. Wouldn't it be nice to have a little extra plan B? You just never know when that might be really necessary. Okay. So find out what motivates people. And a lot of times they'll tell you they're not motivated by money. And just remember that they are totally lying, and that's fine. So it's okay to be motivated to make money and want to provide for your family and want to provide for a better way. A lot of people in Juice Plus are doing things for their family and creating options for themselves that they wouldn't have otherwise in traditional ways without sacrificing their values. And that's a really key part of who we are. Ask them to start writing down names from, you know, these categories. Who's gonna be a partner on their team? Who is gonna be a customer? And teach them what's the number one thing you want to teach them when they start talking to people. Any guesses? Come on, Erica Frericks.
What was the question again, Ellen? I was reading.
What do you think the number one thing you ought to teach them when you start talking about them talking to people? You ought to teach them. It's the number one. I think this is the most important thing.
Listen more than talk.
That's great.
Making their list.
Good.
Be themselves.
What I'm looking for is do not prejudge anyone.
Oh, yeah.
Had any of you been prejudged? And honestly, any of you could have been prejudged for any wackadoodle reason. Any time you prejudge someone, you take away their opportunity. Don't you dare take away someone's opportunity. You know, you think they live in a nice neighborhood and they're driving a Lexus. Maybe you don't know that they're mortgaged to the hilt and they're trying to get some space. You think that they look good and their family's perfect, but maybe there's a mom who has a kid struggling that needs a private school and they don't know how they're going to pay for it. Okay. Maybe there is, you know, maybe there's the mom that was a lot like me, that I needed something outside of home life, which is very rewarding to me, but I needed that for my self-esteem. Okay. And so don't prejudge anybody. If you take anything away from this call tonight, don't prejudge anybody, and like just tattoo that. That's my other thing, to tattoo on your new distributors. Maybe don't tattoo them. They might not stay, but go and read the 5, you know, go through this, read to them the 5 ways to make income. Ask them if they've ever seen anything that works like that. You know, ask them how they've made money in other ways before. Learn about them, discuss the fast tracks and the leadership tracks, and ask them, what do you see yourself doing here? They'll tell you. Okay. What do you see yourself doing there? Instead of telling them what you think they should do, ask them what they see themselves doing. Okay. Because they're starting to tell you their own story. Always point out during these conversations the benefits package once a partner gets to NMD. This is again where you don't want to prejudge people. I was a stay-at-home mom. I needed a couple $100 a month. I did not need a benefits package. But you know what? That was sure nice when I went through the unexpected of divorce and I needed some benefits. And our company has terrific benefits. So cast vision. What could that do? You know, now show them how. So here is, you know, we're going to get to Partner Plus with, we talked about the power of 3 in the wheel, right? You can do everything's in 3s. So talk about 3 quads. You know, go get those quads. That's 1260 in points. It's 126 retail sales profit. I got to move this. And it's $176 in total earnings. And if you do it in 10 days, what is your title reward?
$100.
Exactly. You guys, it's not that hard to go get 4 quad orders in 10 days. Okay. If you start out on day 1 and you talk to 30 people, you start 30 conversations, you'll get it. So please teach them that. Teach them that number expectation. Some are going to say, no, that's fine. Some are not going to be ready right this second. And some are going to be ready right now. So the more you talk to, the more that you're likely to hit that goal. Okay. So just show them how this works. And then I love this page, you guys. I just think it's really good. Setting up your business. Again, you can print this out and they can do their checklist and you can go through it with them. So they're going to submit their application online. They're going to get their email, log into their virtual office. Some people will need more help with this than others, depending on technological savvy, but most people are pretty savvy with this. Place your own Juice Plus order. The best place for them to start is placing their own order. Gives them ownership, right? And they watch the Easy 8, make sure they set up their virtual banking and direct deposit, because remember that the company charges them to mail a paycheck. And so make sure you tell them that they sign up for direct deposit and they duplicate that, okay? And then they're gonna set up their personalized website. Super easy to do. All of this takes maybe a half hour to do. And download Voxer. And if you're on my team, you're more likely plugged into the Facebook page than Voxer, but both places are good. You can teach them how that operates. But the important piece is that they're plugged into the greater community. And I even have my new reps pull up their Google Calendar, whatever they use, put our 6:30 Monday night call on the calendar with a reminder. So it's just part of the plan. Okay. And don't be shy about asking for that, because then you're doing that, you're prejudging. Oh, they wouldn't want to be on that call. Well, don't we all want to be here? So invite them. Okay. And sometimes it takes multiple invitations for them to get around to joining, but just keep inviting them. All right. The next thing that, and I love this, I am such a worksheet person, so you can tell what kind of a learner I was growing up, but print this out, have them write their name on it. This is giving them ownership of their business. Okay. They are part of your team, but this is their own franchise. So have them write their name down, their FIN number, show them where to find their FIN, their start date, and they are going to start writing down right here those first orders that get them to that Partner Plus and that title reward, hopefully in their first 10 days. And then you know what? If something happens, they've got 30 days and all of us can restart. So you go down and you look at the power of 3. You've got 900 points from 3 trios. You've got example number 2 is you've got a trio, you've got a duo, a trio gummy, and you've got shakes. I like example number 2 because I feel like that's how it's more likely to go, is be kind of all over the place, even though I really want people to order trios and quads. And then example 3, throw in a tower garden. What if they buy a tower garden for themselves? So, so have them take ownership of that worksheet. And, when they're done with this piece, we'll go onto the QSC worksheet and write them a card and make a big deal, make an announcement about their promotion in our Facebook page, and make a big deal about them, okay? Because for most people, they've never done anything that looks like this before, right?
Ellen, can I ask a couple of questions?
Yes, can you speak up a little bit?
Okay, you want me to?
Who is that?
Sue.
Sue, you're so quiet.
Well,
That's never happened before.
Well, I'm listening. I have a number of people that started but didn't really start. So now they said, what if I want to restart? Or in my case, I have a customer, for example, that has a quad order already and she wants to purchase a tower garden. So if I want to move her to a partner, does everything transfer? Does that count towards her partner plus, or?
Her existing order does not, but her new orders do.
So her new tower garden would.
Right. That existing order is going to help her qualify her business when she gets to QSC.
Next question. What about restarting? Is it still only 900 points? I guess I was just making sure on that. Is it still?
You know what? I just looked at this tonight. Let's see. It's on here.
Excuse me.
No, I'm on the wrong page.
There we go.
I have someone that wants to restart also.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do restarts. The restarts are fine. Hold on. Where did I see that tonight? That was a great question. And I should have.
And this is over a 30-day period, or is there, when you say 10 days, is there a special bonus incentive
Yes.
if you do it in 10 days as
Yes,
opposed to
it's called
30?
the Express Track. So do you see here on the stairway, it says $50 or $100 for Partner Plus? If you do it in 10 days, it's $100. If you do it in 30 days, it's $50.
Oh, okay.
So a restart is just going to be start from the day that order goes in, that first order, and then the clock's ticking, right?
Okay.
Right.
Ellen, is that restart eligible for the $100 10-day?
I believe so.
Really?
No, it's not. I checked
Oh,
on.
it's not?
No, you can only do the 10-day when you first start. The rest of the time.
Oh, okay.
It's regular.
That is right. I do remember that.
So it
So
would be 50.
yeah,
And you have 30 days to do that, or still 10 days?
30.
Okay.
Now that gives your new people a little more impetus to run, because if they miss that Express Track first time, they don't have a chance to do it again. So why not go get that?
Right.
If you're going to talk to 10 people, why not talk to 30? I mean, it's kind of like if I start cleaning bathrooms, I clean all 3 of them, not just one.
But it's 900 PVC that they need to get in that 30 days to restart and get to Partner Plus,
Yes.
is that correct?
Yes, it's 900 points. So let's go back to this. And sorry, no, that's not the page I want. Let's go back to the pricing and earnings guide, and you see the points, right? That's why the three trios is 900.
Ellen, if I may, I believe that's in any 30 days. It doesn't have to be a calendar month anymore.
No,
have to
it
be
doesn't.
The first to the 30th, it could be, the
That's
15th.
absolutely right. It's any 30 days.
Okay.
For a while they changed that, but now it's any 30 days, and that's really good because you can just meet people where they're at.
Yeah.
Hey, Ellen, this is Missy.
Hi.
I thought I checked last week that if you have an order, like say you start as a or a partner, but you have an order that you've had for a while and it goes out, your order goes out to you in that 10 days or month or 30
Mhm.
days, it does count toward your Partner Plus and your QSC.
Oh, that's awesome.
I think that that's true, but I think we need
Okay.
to look at that and maybe
That's
Audra. do you know that?
absolutely true. I double checked that, Missy, and that is absolutely true. So if you have somebody that's been a customer for a long time and they're thinking, or you're thinking about asking them to be a partner, then look at those people that are about to have another shipment go out, because that's a great incentive for them to go ahead and join our team, because then they get that new shipment PV towards their Partner Plus, especially if they're going to let that ship out and they're asking you about other products like, hey, I'm thinking about ordering shakes for my family now. Their shipment is about to come out or to go out. So then they could have both of those orders go toward their Partner Plus. That's
But
true.
what if they're already a partner?
No,
What if they're already a representative, but they've been on hiatus and they've stayed on the product? If they want to do this restart, can we schedule it for when their next order is due to ship? And does that order then count for the 900?
It does.
Oh, okay.
But if it ships before, if an order ships out and they pay you as the sponsor,
right,
and that person decides to become a partner, it wouldn't count for their order, and they won't get paid on that until that order ships
The
again
next
for
time.
them.
Right.
Correct.
Right.
That's a great point.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. All right. So who are you inviting on your team and helping to get to Partner Plus in this next week before we round up again next Monday night? So next Monday night, we're going to go through a little bit more. I believe we're going to talk about getting to QSC. So make sure you're getting on the calls and getting your team on the calls. And I love this because it's really pretty easy. It just takes some conversation because, again, not everybody has ever done something like this. But people have lots of interesting backgrounds and skills that they can bring to the table to use to be successful in Juice Plus. So just remember that.
What's the new title that would parallel qualifying your business?
Well,
we used to get the virtual franchise or something to qualify your business.
It's QSC.
It's QSC. Okay.
So, and that we'll talk more about that next week because we really want to get people up to that step, but we don't get them there without Partner Plus and those really key conversations where we find out what is motivating them, what do they want, casting a little vision, and helping them just do that activity to get started.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to stop the recording and thank everyone for being here.